The dream of artificial intelligence is it becomes a seamless extension, powering our everyday tasks and becoming an invaluable help. Most of us today are using AI on our phones, but is there a better way to integrate this intelligence into our day? The makers of Solos Ergo smart glasses think so, and smart glasses are a cool new niche.
I can't provide directions via your glasses. I can't send a text message. I can't access your step count.
But what happens when the promised AI features don't work as advertised?
We apologize for the inconvenience.
I'm Erin from Tech Gadgets International, and in this video I'm going to try out these smart glasses over several weeks. I'll talk about what they can do and, more importantly, all the stuff they can't do. I'll show you what happened when I tried out a lot of tasks and requests, and I'll wrap things up with both the pros and the cons of these smart glasses and let you know if I think I can recommend them for you. I would like to say thank you to Solos for sending me a pair of its Ergo glasses. While the company did gift them to me at no charge, it didn't ask for or receive permission to have any input into my review, so you can consider these thoughts all my own.
This is a relatively new category of tech, and Solos doesn't do a great job on its website telling you what you're getting and why they might be worth it, so let me take a crack. In a nutshell, these are glasses with supposed AI assistants built in. They have a built-in camera in the front of the frames, but I think it's worth pointing out immediately these do not have any video capture abilities, and they're used only for taking still photos, but you're going to want to stick around for how that goes. In the arms are built-in speakers and microphones.
Solos says the glasses are powered by ChatGPT, but again doesn't really spell out what that means to you, so here goes. With the ChatGPT integration, you should be able to use the glasses to translate things for you or to ask ChatGPT to help you with some tasks. And I do say some tasks because what the glasses can actually help you with in practice is kind of limited. We'll get to what I asked it and what happened in just a few moments.
It might help to know you can choose a few different frame styles, sizes, and option when it comes to the look of your glasses. For the most part, though, the core components are the same. They are made up of two arms and a front frame. Embedded in that front frame are two tiny camera lenses. All the frames, by the way, are IP67 waterproof, and each of the arms pulls away from the frame, revealing a USB-C charging port. The right arm has a tiny multi-function touch button for pairing, toggling the power, or interacting with the AI. I left a small sticker on it so you can see exactly where it is, and when you remove that sticker, the button's basically invisible. Long pressing it will trigger a ding sound where you can then voice your command or prompt. Back towards your ear, that portion of the arm is actually a touch-sensitive slider used for adjusting volume.
The Solos Ergo 2 smart glasses rely on Bluetooth 5.2 connectivity and the Solos Ergo app for pairing with and functioning with your mobile device. I'm happy to say the glasses did set up extremely quickly.
After your initial setup, you can choose several different personalization options for the app, as well as enable a few extra services the glasses provide. For example, you can allow them to voice any text messages you receive, or it'll also do small things like remind you to drink water. If you've put away your glasses for some period of time, you should know that it's going to take between 5 and 15 seconds for them to re-power up and reconnect to the app. It is also worth spelling out that your phone needs to be nearby at all times because the glasses fully rely on the app and your phone's connectivity to access all of the services.
The app has to be open or running in the background at all times to perform literally every task. That means these are not glasses you could walk around with and leave your phone at home, and for me that is kind of an impediment that makes these a lot less useful. Let's take a look at what these glasses will and won't do.
For a device that purports to be helpful and seamless, you still have some manipulation to do. Anytime you want to enable a task or make any request, you need to push and hold the touch button on the right-hand arm of the glasses until you hear a tone. Only then can you ask your question or speak your command. The touch button doesn't really have a noticeable feel, and it's mostly flush with the arm, so getting used to finding it is a bit of a challenge. Plus, you might have to hold it for 2 or 3 seconds before it's ready to hear you.
I actually found this physical manipulation to be extremely clunky, and I found myself wishing for the tactile familiarity of my phone, or just thinking I should not have to touch anything and instead just call out to Siri or Alexa instead.
Yep, it does seem weird there's no hands-free Hey Solos option. Touching the button will let you ask a number of questions and give you AI-powered responses enabled by ChatGPT, which is, of course, the world's top AI assistant. You'll get the answers piped into the speakers
Searching
above
for
your
you.
ears
One
and
moment,
written down
please.
inside the
Here
app.
are some
You can
top
ask
tips of
for
places to
restaurant
eat in Palm
recommendations,
Desert.
the answers to
CA.
math or trivia
1.
questions,
Round table
weather
pizza.
reports, and plenty of stuff you'd otherwise go to Google for.
Another thing the Solos Air Go glasses can do include read your text messages to you or let you know about any calendar appointments as long as you enable this option first inside the settings.
I can't check your text messages. Please check your messaging app for any new messages.
Whether I asked it to check messages, send a text, or if I had new messages that I knew were unread, the glasses seemed never to be able to help me. One of the things that actually does work well is using the glasses to listen to audio. You can use them to listen to music a bit more discreetly, but while people may not see you wearing headphones, they are definitely going to hear your music. Because the speakers are open, there is quite a bit of sound bleed, and much more so than in another pair of smart glasses I've tried. And depending on the volume you need to keep them at to hear properly, people sitting next to you are definitely going to be able to hear what you're listening to, and these would be terrible for a small office environment.
As I said at the beginning, there are 2 cameras here in the glasses, but they are not video enabled. Instead, Solos added the 2 camera modules to the Solos Air Go frames, primarily, it says, for visual recognition purposes. The idea is you can ask the smart glasses a natural question like, what am I looking at? Or tell me more about this landmark. And the frames are supposed to harness the ChatGPT large language module to identify it and then respond accordingly.
Early in my testing, I got nothing but error messages, and the glasses would just tell me, we apologize for the inconvenience, but it seems there's an error due to invalid image data. And that was if I got any response at all, which a lot of the time I didn't. After a couple weeks, I tried the testing again and found, much to my surprise, I was getting extremely accurate responses.
What am I looking at?
You're looking at a brown Doberman lying comfortably on a fluffy rug, enjoying a peaceful rest. You're looking at a beautiful arrangement of orange flowers in a vase, alongside a tripod stand on a wooden floor.
I will also point out the obvious that 99% of the time, if you're looking at something, chances are you're gonna know what it is. Asking a pair of glasses to confirm what you can already see not only seems redundant, but kind of a bit silly.
You might also think visual recognition would come in handy when you're looking at signs or things written in other languages, but check out what happened when I tried this out.
Please provide the text you'd like me to translate.
That brings me to the translation features of these glasses. I was pretty excited about this, and there's 2 ways you can translate. The first is that you can just have your phone listen to something in another language and then translate it into writing on your phone screen. Handy, I guess, but not very novel for a pair of smart glasses. Fortunately, the second option will actually listen to a 2-way conversation and translate it, both printed on your phone screen and repeated in English in my ear via the glasses and their speaker. That worked okay, but again, with tools like Google Translate out there available on any smartphone, this feels like an unnecessary addition of layers and not to mention expense to the translation process. Plus, I found the translation to be only partially accurate, particularly when compared against something like Google Translate. The list of what these glasses won't do and can't help you with is possibly for now longer than what they will do. If you wanted to get directions, even verbally, they won't do that.
I can't provide directions via your glasses. You may want to use a navigation app on your device for that information.
I mentioned it earlier, but these glasses will not record video for you. I'd love something like this that I could wear when doing a review of a car, for example, and record the interior and what I can see, but no dice here.
There's all kinds of cool reasons why you might want to record video from your glasses, and maybe that will be an option in a future iteration. I'm not deducting points for this because video is not a promise that the glasses make. It just seems like something that should be an obvious feature. It might also be handy if the glasses could take photos for you, say while you were on vacation or taking a tour. But the truth is the lenses in here, the camera lenses, are not great, and they frame things up kind of oddly high.
At least that happened with the 3 photos I was able to take, and though I could see I had photos, I couldn't do anything with them, like open them, view them, or send them. After that, perhaps not surprisingly at this point, anytime I asked it to take a photo, I just got a weird message.
If you need help with taking a photo or adjusting settings, just let me know.
I wouldn't necessarily consider the Solos Ergo a solid fitness companion, but if you don't have a fitness smartwatch or other tracking accessory, you can try out the fitness and activity tracking features. Just don't expect much.
The app does offer coaching and tracking, but really all you're getting is a list of things to do in the app. No actual coaching, no on-screen demonstrations, and no helpful verbal guidance, which makes me wonder what the point of the glasses even are here. I can get better fitness coaching by reading a blog.
And again, the fitness capabilities are pretty inept. I found the step counting to be not very accurate, and to boot, anytime I asked the glasses for a report of how many steps I'd taken, it told me it wasn't allowed to share my personal information, and instead I should get something like a step counter. Yes, please.
I can't access your step count directly. You can check your fitness app or device connected to your Solos smart glasses for that information.
Overall, I think Solos honestly has a real uphill battle to get people to adopt these as they are. That's simply because what these can do is kind of a mishmash of tasks, which you can already get on almost any smartphone hands-free. And what they can't do is kind of a long list. Now, for almost every pro for these glasses I came up with, there was an associated con, and then there were more cons, but let's get her done.
On the pro side, this is a neat idea, having a digital assistant built into a pair of glasses. In theory, this should make the interactions more natural and seamless, except I found it was anything but. They were quick and easy to set up, but very clunky to use. The glasses are fairly lightweight, but at the same time, they are a generic fit and they were constantly slipping down my nose. There are the small speakers built into the arms which allow for personalized music listening, but on the flip side of that, the noise bleed is enough it's likely to bother people nearby, plus the audio quality is marginal. The glasses can use AI to help compose emails and correspondence, but on the flip side of that, it won't actually write or send them. I had to go back into the app and copy out what the glasses suggested, then paste it into whatever message format I was using. The glasses have camera lenses in them that are supposed to recognize objects, but about 50% of the time they were incapable of this task, not to mention the fact that while these would be a super handy way to take video, they don't do that. And I couldn't get them to take photos for me either most of the time. They will track steps and activity, but the generic fit means you'll spend more time fussing with these while you're working out than you will appreciating them. And if you want to hear your step count, it won't share because that's personal information. Plus, I had all kinds of other issues with these, like the fact it often takes nearly 10 seconds to get a response to almost any query, and they constantly disconnected from my phone, and almost any time I touched them to pick them up, they'd start playing random podcasts.
These glasses feel like kind of running through water, like everything I do has to be slowed down and like I'm fighting against them. The world has already embraced hands-free digital assistants like Alexa, Siri, and Google Assistant, not to mention Google's very powerful new Gemini, which is available on every phone, Android or iOS. So splashing out for a pair of glasses, which adds layers of complexity and, if I'm being honest, subpar performance, doesn't really seem like a step forward in my opinion. In short, these glasses feel kind of like a grab bag of solutions looking for problems I don't have, not to mention the fact that most of the features I tried out just didn't work. There wasn't one thing I personally enjoyed or appreciated about these glasses, or even a redeeming quality I feel I could fall back on, and for those reasons I won't be recommending the Solos Ergo for you. Solos Ergo 3 sells for about $199 US, and if you want to check out some tech that actually does work as advertised, you can see my review of Govee lighting or find out why I am a big fan of Amazon's Alexa as a digital assistant right now.